Hello everyone, welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. As time goes on, prices are falling, and I can only imagine people's faces as they see the prices fall. I can imagine there's a lot of panicking going on, but guys, this is why I'm doing this video. I've done a few videos talking about all-time highs. And maybe some people are wondering, is this it? Have we already reached the all-time highs, and is this why we're now seeing some big corrections? So I'm going to go over a bit of price action with you guys. Don't usually do this often, but I thought I'd try it again because it seems to be significant, seems to work, and maybe it will help you understand a bit better where we are in the market today. So if this sounds interesting to you, please drop that like. Give me a give me a subscribe if you're new watching. And yeah, hold on, let me just grab up coin market cap. Before I dive into this, I need to let you know I'm not a financial advisor. These are just my personal opinions on the market. So please always do your own research before investing any money. Lost my breath on that one. That being said, when I look at this, right, I just see all these coins following Bitcoin. And I said this in a few of my other videos. When Bitcoin takes a fall, the other coins usually tend to go with it. But let's actually really analyze what's going on. So thought I'd grab up the Bitcoin chart, and I'm not the best at doing technical analysis, but I had this drawn on for a few days now. Thought I'd share it with you. So what you see here, to me, looks like a rising wedge, and we had been looking at the 21-day moving average, but I recently changed it over to the 50-day, and you could see this in my last few videos when I was talking about VeChain, Zilliqa, all these buying chances that we have with these coins that are falling, right? So since we've updated it, you can just see here as well. Click on it so you can see. For all the new people that don't understand, this one is the 50-day moving average, right? And I've drawn these lines, which to me looks like a rising wedge. Now, usually with rising wedges, if one of these red candles close outside of it, then whichever way it closes, whether it's up or down, we should see a price. I was going to say price explode, but actually, yeah, technically speaking, if something explodes, sometimes it can go down, right? Because explosions aren't always great. But let me just show you how the pattern usually looks. Here's a fine example of what I would call a rising wedge, right? And it looks very similar to what I just shown you. And look how they measure it out. So they take it from the top, sort of to the bottom of the wedge, and then you can kind of get a rough guide as to where the prices may go. So if you're holding Bitcoin or any coin, for example, the Bitcoin is going to kind of guide us as to where this may go. So if I draw a line from here straight down to its lowest part, where I'm looking at these lines here, the lowest part of it, that's where it usually tends to start in my eyes. You can actually take this and drag it to the part where it breaks out, which is roughly around here. Now, we could see prices fall as low as, and I'm just preparing you guys, this is what this channel is about as well, preparing you for what's to come, $37,000, which absolutely sounds insane, right? But let me tell you one thing which I think might happen. I think a lot of people may buy this low. I don't think that it's just going to stay that low. I think a lot of people will buy. There will be a lot of buy pressure, and I think that it might come back up to this yellow line here, which is the 50-day moving average, and we may see a price of $41,800-ish for Bitcoin, just in the short term, guys, just in the short term. But does this mean that, it's all ended? I don't think it is. And when I look at all these coins like the Zilliqas, the Goose, the Singularity Nets, the Harmonies, I still see it as a buying opportunity. The Reefs. Now, you're welcome to sort of sit back and watch to see if it does go down to 41,000. Because if Bitcoin falls down to $41,000, you best believe these prices are going to come down a little bit lower as well. Which in my eyes, I'm going to be looking to buy some crypto. And if you are a patron of mine, you will be seeing what I buy and the best time to buy it. So let's just have a little look at some other coins actually while I'm here, just to see what's going on. Let's check out Zilliqa. So I've drawn up this thing called a Fibonacci. If you're new to crypto and you don't understand, it sort of just gives you like retracement levels, like, so you can see like where the most significant places are. I've measured it from the top down to this bottom area here, and for me it kind of paints a little picture as to where, you know, Zilliqa can go. Like I said before, this was the 50-day moving average, and it seems to be bouncing off of it all the time. So, you know, it's likely that if Zilliqa falls, it could come down to the 50-day moving average just here, and that will put Zilliqa at a price of 9 cents, well 9.5, 0.96. You can see it on the right hand side, right? I'll even draw a nice straight line across, so you're looking at 0.967, that sort of price there. That's the price that I'm looking for, and to be fair, it's very close to this Fibonacci level here, which is 0.38. And these Fibonacci lines, get the words out, they're quite significant in relation to where they hit. Because look, if you look at the highest peak, it reached up here, which is at a Fibonacci level of, can't even see it properly, I want to say 140, 170, I don't know. What does that look like? What does that look like to you? Oh, here we go, I moved it down. There you go, 0.15. This line was covering it up, made it look like a 4 or 7. But anyway, yeah. What I'm saying is this. I find these significant, and meaning the Fibonacci levels, I find it's really significant when you're looking at where prices are going to go. And I'm keeping my eye on this 50-day moving average for many coins. Let's just take a quick look at what VeChain, because you know that's another popular coin, right? Let's just have a look. I'm doing it on the pair against Tether, which is US dollar. This has already come down to the 50. If this breaks the 50, you could see lower lows. And if that happens, obviously I'll update that and then I'll show you the next one. But this might bounce off of this 50, and to be fair, it already looks like it has kind of bounced off of it, because if you have a look, you can see a little bit of buy pressure. Because like I said before, when you see a wick, and again, this is mostly for new people that are new into the industry and don't understand. When you see a wick, it's usually people buying back, and if you see the wick at below the candles, it means people are buying. If you see wicks at the top, it means people are selling. So yeah, I'm just keeping my eye on these coins for now. But let's really take a big look at the picture, because, you know, is it over? Now, this is the Bitcoin chart. What am I doing here? Drawing lines. Get rid of these lines. Hold on. If it lets me. What's going on? Right, so take a look at this Bitcoin. Bitcoin chart. I'm trying to do these little dots. This is where I think we are right now in relation to the bull market. And I still think we have room to grow, because if you have a look here, this is where we are now, and over here was the past. Now, let me just turn the pi cycle off for 1 second, because there's a few tools that I'm using, and if you see my other videos, you'll understand. Let's just focus on two things. The Bitcoin investor tool, which I've shown you before, and I'll show you again how it works. I'm flashing it so you can see it on and off, if it turns back on. It's loading, that's why. So this is the Bitcoin investor tool, and then I've got the heat map underneath down here. You can see it turning on and off. Okay, now this is where the Bitcoin investor tool becomes really powerful, because every time Bitcoin has reached this red line, it's either gone through it and it's exploded really high to new all-time highs, or it's sort of met it at the red line and then it's sort of played a correction. Now this time round, the first time round, it didn't hit it, and we're talking 2017 now, guys, talking the last bull run. It came close and then it took a retracement, and then we still saw a little pullback, right, in the price. And look what happened the second time. It actually hit it, and then we saw a pullback in price. And then after that, we saw a huge break, and then it went right up really, really high. Now let's take a look at what's happening right now, because it looks very eerily similar to 2017. We saw it almost reach the red line, and then it took a pullback. Now we've seen it actually hit the red line, and look what's happening, guys. We are seeing Bitcoin's price take a little pullback. Do you see how similar this give me words out, how this looks? Hold on, let me just zoom it out again so you can see. Look how eerily similar they look. So I believe that in the future, at some point, Bitcoin will break this red line. And this is why I believe we are not done yet. And I'm seeing these opportunities right now with the prices that are falling as a good time to be buying cryptocurrencies. And like I said, if you miss that chance of Zilliqa or VeChain or whatever it is, the Harmonies, Reef, guys, take this as an opportunity. Don't panic. Don't sell. I take this as an opportunity, and I'm just really paying attention to this. And guys, remember that what I said about the heat map. Let me turn this off for 1 second. Let's just focus on the heat map. The heat map tells me when it's a good time to buy and a good time to sell. And it also has called the all-time high really, really well. Now let's just have a look, because I believe that we are somewhere here. I'm showing you 2017 again. I believe we're somewhere here, right? And it actually lines up really well with this yellow mark where we are here, because, you know, we've seen a little bit of yellow, and then it went green, and then it might go yellow again in the future. But when I see red, that's when I know we're coming to the all-time high, and then that's when I'm going to be taking my profits. And obviously when it's blue, fantastic time to buy. So, you know, I'm looking here. We've seen some green, we've seen a bit of yellow, and we're seeing some green again. So this is, you know, indicating to me that we are nowhere near the all-time high yet. We've still got a while to go, and I see it like this area here. Let me just draw a nice little circle so you can see. Let's just have a look. I think we are somewhere here. I really, really do. Just from the look of the... Oh no, let me bring this back actually. Maybe somewhere here. This is where we are. That's what I see. A bit of yellow and some green coming in. This is where I think we are right now. A bit of yellow and some green coming back in. So, I hope this helps someone. As I said, not the greatest, but good enough to know what I need to know. If this did help you and it sort of relaxed you a bit, and, you know, you're not panicking as much now, please drop that like. Give me a subscribe if you're new watching. Let me know what you're going to buy. Drop your comments down below. I'd like to know what you're going to buy in this amazing dip, because like I said, to me, this looks like a buffet. Well, Zilliqa ain't gone down so much yet, but other coins, you know, they're starting to come down. Well, that one's gone up. To be fair, some are holding their support really, really well. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. And thank you for watching. I wanted to do a shout out to my patrons, but I haven't got my phone on me. I do apologize. Shout out to my patrons anyway. I really appreciate you. I saw some new patrons come today as well. Thank you so much. I'll try and be on it next time with my phone, so I can see all your lovely names, and then and do the shout out. But I'm going to leave it here. It was just a quick little analysis on the market and what's going on right now. And guys, don't panic. Just take your time. Look at what you want to buy next. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in my next one. Cheers.